Hello, 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 Habbage here. Welcome very much. That's right. Tyrion would love it. Love it, I tell you. He'd love the amount of time it now takes to load. Anyway, that's just the price we're willing to pay here as I get to say hello to you. And fun true fact from overnight, I literally woke up in the middle of the night having thought or dreamed or something. I was awake when this hit, and I realized how absurd it was. That I had forgotten the jukebox and was back in the new chunks. And then I was like, wait, no, no, we're still at the creeper farm. Seriously, this is so slow today. Anyway, yeah, that's the depths we've reached. Um, I wouldn't say it quite constitutes dreaming about the game, but it was any of you guys that have been watching for a while know my propensity to forget stuff, and that was one that just struck me as, we did not get the jukebox and disc when we were back, so we should do our best to avoid that, if at all possible. So, anybody who has come from the last video, and oh my gosh, by the way, thank you all so much for coming by and hanging out. Definitely cool to see folks coming out and enjoying the 118 content. Hope you guys will stick around and spread the word and likes and comments, all that good stuff. The folks that have said hi, it's been really cool to get to return the favor and find some new content here and there. It's one of the things I've talked about, and I really wish they would do something about when you just go to like the main YouTube search window, right? Not in your subscribers or anything else. It is frustrating to me that you can't. Oh, excuse me. What would I call it? Filter the results, I guess. And what I'm talking about is, for very specifically, if I go in and filter on hardcore vanilla Minecraft, or some variation thereof, and just, I want to find other people playing hardcore without heavy mods. I'm very flexible on that, and there are some people that are playing games that are not hardcore, are not vanilla, whatever, that I've come to absolutely be thrilled by. But oftentimes when I'm out searching, I'm looking for content that's similar to those that inspired me to start recording these series, and it's endlessly frustrating that when I search on that, I go, all right, let's look at the results. And excuse me, what was invariably the first results are always. Did we get it? We got it. Okay. The um, the big boys of the industry, right? They are. Why? Why? No. I so should have had the gotten the coffee going before I started this episode, but I was excited, guys. Give me some slack. All right. Now we are on to our last pair of wings. We've still got our pick there. We'll take kind of what we can get out of these two. Just loading up a little bit. But yeah, that's where that. So with the filters, you guys know the same folks that I'm seeing when I search. You're gonna see the people that have 3-4 million views in 24 hours on their new videos, if not many times more than that. And they're cool. I understand you guys like them. They bring a very quality product to the light, and they have a loyal and complete following. But there are times when you don't want that, right? Like it, especially when searching. And it's not even that I mind that those are at the top, but then you scroll down, and what I'm often looking for, because I want to support people like you and I and everybody else that may have smaller user bases. I want to discover the folks that are out there doing it like I am, not with paid publicity or anything like that, but just getting to know other people genuinely and enjoying the game and wanting to connect with a larger community of Minecrafters. So I'll scroll down very quickly, and start looking. So the game does do a good job of then incorporating lower count results. Sadly, they're all me. And I don't think I have a uniquely cornered market on hardcore vanilla Minecraft, but the game just goes, oh, well, somewhere hidden in those algorithms, it's going, well, you are um, connected to these, or, it would probably associate with watching as I go in and load and look at the, where the comments are and all that kind of stuff. So, um, obviously, I'm right up there with any other content creator, but I wish at a very minimum there could be a button to um, it, hide results from this account or something, hide my results, something like that, so I don't have to see my own, and uh, hide videos from subscribed creators, because those are going to show up in my subscription tab and I can just go look at them, right? Those two seem like easy slam dunk things. And then the other thing I'd really like to be able to do is to invert the results, or sort the results by views and then invert it, right? So sort results, uh, view count, largest to smallest, and sort results view count, smallest to largest. And that would be a way to go in and see all those videos that have 0 to 5 views at the top of your list, and then you can go through and be like, oh, hey, here's somebody else that is getting going, and trying to just put this out there and make it visible, and get a few other hits there, because we all, I'm as guilty of it as anybody. You have a common set of creators that they've kind of reciprocated, subbed back and forth. You're watching their stuff, they're watching yours, and there's a similarity in play styles that just builds as a result of that. You see somebody do something really well, you want to get on board. Um, so yeah, that's something I think about. I'm just realizing, and again, this is not particularly good for the creepers, but we never did finalize our list here. And also, is 6 pages all we get? We may have to go to volume 2 here. So we talked about this, and I will see if I can remember. Oops, 12 to 21 projects. Oops, no, we don't want to sign. We want to go. Mm, and we talked about these a little bit, so I'm not going to rehash all of it. There we go. And we know that, as we talked about, how did we get here is, um, still a ways out, right? And we'll break that up a little bit. Like we said, we're gonna do something for a kind of a base and keep on going. So speaking of which, in builds, we still have the Fram. Wow, I really needed that coffee. Let's see if we can get this done to a single line. Farm improvements, right? So that is um, the pastures, all that outbuildings and all that kind of stuff. So then we have the APEC. We don't even know where that's going to be, but the Aquatic Preserve and Education Complex. We had Tree Farm, we're leaving off there. Enderman XP, still going to be offset. We now have um, just call it that. Something kind of around the portal that we haven't gone through yet, but are linked to. Um, that doesn't encompass the kind of big uh, building area that I think we'll really do a build in, um, to start to tie in the two villages and the old portal and the road and the waterfront and all that kind of stuff with our area. That's going to be ongoing. And finally, and this one gets an asterisk because we would like to get these knocked out before I take the risk. I haven't done the water descent. Hopefully, by the time we do it, it's no big deal. We all laugh about my silly concern, but we are too far along. So that's huge. This one, I mean, I guess it's different to filling it, but setting up the fish tanks for all the tropical fish that we talked about, that by itself is massive. This one, yeah, we'll pick at, but we don't want to go back there too much. First home, we'll try to get something rocking here in the near future, and that could be over the course of a full year if we're so fortunate to keep this world that long. So tons of stuff to do, but that's kind of the updated. Now again, sadly, that doesn't keep our friends here from going. I loved that in the last video, I think it was the last one from yesterday. Yeah, it was because we were back here getting ready to come over here when we climbed up the ladder and looked. That sunset view of the barn. Shout out YouTube bots. You did a bang up job. I love this walking around on these in the clouds. We're just kind of floating over the um, void, not the void. You know what I mean. Yeah, one of my favorite random YouTube. Hey, this is what we should use for an image, and certainly it's going for bright colors, eye-catching, recognizable or defined shapes that stand out. It's pretty clear. It's got some things. That's why so often shulker boxes get represented in the thing, and lava slimes are hugely popular. You can go kill two lava slimes in an otherwise episode where you're not doing anything with them, and they'll be like, "Oh, this was about lava slimes. We should put them in." Um, Look at that, we're almost there. Um, but yeah, sunset, the colors in the sky, having the clouds on, which is what made me think of it, and then of course it being our barn. That was awesome. Good job, YouTube. You did well. Did good on that one, kid. Um, so that was good. So we've talked about our projects. We've updated the actual book. We can put the book away now. Something to do. If you can't tell, I'm just desperately trying to fill time. We can grab out this gunpowder that we've generated. I don't know why these are separate. All that. We can clean up those pants. When we go back, we'll probably take another load of this gunpowder. We can continue to dump that. Grab a little XP out of that, and then we've just been tossing these. I don't know that I want to be able to get it. Oh, can't get it up over the top. Now we gotta remember to swing wide. I'll end up with pockets full of golden pants. So we did grab our lodestone. That was important. I don't know that we have to charge a lodestone with anything, do we? Let's do this so that keeps loading. Loading, get it? Lodestone. Da, da, da. I'm looking to see if I need to charge the lodestone. I don't think that's going to dramatically change anything, but like if I need using compass, sounds, it's a very short article. I don't think I missed anything here. Using all three dimensions. Drops nothing. Times for chest loot. Crafting. I think that was what we did. The lodestone is destroyed while a paired compass is in a chest, shulker box, item frame, or armor center, or any other storage item. The compass does not register that the lodestone is destroyed until the item is retrieved. Placing a lodestone back in the exact place as the original lodestone while the compass is still in the container prevents unpairing. So I suspect it's going to be unpaired, but shouldn't prevent us from pairing it again. Maybe. We'll find out. But unlike the respawn anchor, we don't have to worry about charging it, right? So that's good. All right. Hopefully this will be enough. Guessing based at how much of our pick we're getting. There we go. So, finally, we are set here enough. So some of these aren't perfectly complete, but I'm not that worried about it. We got spares and supplies. Now, these two are good. This is good. We'll keep this because I do want to go back and remember that we're going to get an album and let's leave them ready for the next time. We really need it. All right, off we go. also, not also. Well, we can do it at home. Did I put my armor back in the weapons box? Is the question of the moment. Whoa. So now having our um, wings all loaded up. Did he go back through? No, just over there. Weapons, maybe. Probably put it in here. Yep. Not gonna forget. We want our lodestone. Put it in there. That can hang out for now. Don't need more than a stack of obsidian, I don't think. So let's put that away. Alright, upstairs. One album. We need a diamond and planks, I think, to make the jukebox, if that's right. Like a diamond with wood all the way around the outside. It's been a long time since I've done that. Stall we got a lot of, so let's take a stall. I don't know if that will work. Haven't looked. I don't know if there are others, other albums, new albums, anything like that that's needed. Hey, I remember that though. That's pretty cool. Again, no coffee stream, so uh, got that going for us. All right. These are mission specific. We got in chest to get back. All right, Cat, where are you? Oh, you're upstairs. You're in charge. Are we forgetting anything? If so, what? This is the problem with the morning. I was very much focused on the lodestone and the repairs and the jukebox, and we were gonna top off food, right? See? Um, why not, right? Uh, sorry. This isn't one I'd planned to do, but that is nice. Can't believe we only got 8 apples out of all that. All right, we've topped off stone and the few pieces of cobble we had left. Is there anything else we want to uh, take back? We have lots of horse armor. We have one piece of each already in our gear. Um, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna bother just yet. Um, I wouldn't even know like trade goods to bring back if we wanted to get any of those villagers going. So let's just go. I feel like I'm wasting too much time. Having the portals linked, yeah, it's what. Well, I guess we'll find out. This is a good opportunity. So we are here, and one sec. Can I get? Okay, here we go. 850. And we're through. And we're going this way. All right, so we'll see how long does it take us to make this trip. And fingers, toes, ear flaps, everything crossed. That when we do go back, our new portals actually connect. They should, they should be lined up in the same spot. Everything should be all set there. Oh, we don't have gold on. This isn't the worst thing. If we get some pork, it's not bad to start building up a little food supply at our new kind of campsite right now. We can't really call it a base yet. It's not very done. But we hollowed out that big room yesterday. That was nice. Got some stone for our trouble. Oh, we can't do this, so factor this into our time equation, but oh, get out of the lava. That's a huge time waster if you don't get it cleanly. How did I miss clearing at least a row on this one last? Alright, now these are all 3 high. Must have been fed up with this by the time we got down here yesterday. I think this is a fair assessment until we get this done all the way 4 high. Come on. I think I am beginning to stop it. Oh my gosh. Enough. So long to clear all that too. Okay. Whew. So yeah, a little bit of forward progress. Takes time, especially when there's big old lava messes, but now here we are back to where we had made progress, so these go quick. I did that one already. Oof. Was that just like oh, that was a brick block. I was like, is that just a particle left over from a lava slime? No. Like that. Get the crit. Go airborne in case he had popped up. I should have done it there. Alright, you guys get off of my path. Off my path. Gotta go. Definitely a good time breaking basalt. So clearly, this episode is kind of a me waking up, you guys getting chance to kind of hear what I'm thinking, where we're going. Nothing too crazy by the time we get back and all. We're gonna be probably wrapping up for this one. Just the repairs take that amount of time, and not going back. We're not trying to finish this up, but here's the marker of our return point. Right? We got a long way to go on this, but as one of the first sections in the late part where we were actually putting down handrails. I think I missed some cleanup in here. Okay, there was our tundra portal. We are at 7 minutes. But this is with a lot of delays, right? This doesn't reflect just a straight, doing this the whole way without any pauses or stops. So yeah, if we do all that at 10 minutes, doing it without any ceiling work would be probably closer to 3. Now this is still all 4 and 5, so we're still good here. Think for the most part all of this is now clear up to 4 high. So now we can move. But yeah, once the ceiling is done, not that I won't start further improvements or anything, but that that gets us one step towards having this all the way done. And I think this will be our target for a big, expansive ice highway. Right? This is the line that it makes sense to use. Is the long range, couple thousand block long, north and south. But to do that, we need to insulate it all, mob proof it, all that stuff. Fortunately, light doesn't make as big a difference. Not that it ever did, because I think the piglins and pigmen can spawn regardless of light level in the Nether. I don't think that matters. So, I think we've got to kind of do the same deal we did before. I don't know if there would be a reason to change that up stylistically. There's probably always a reason. It's called variety. Thought we were done. Just a little section I, for some reason, neglected on the way out. Uh-oh. We're into our 9th minute. Oh no, we're at our 10th minute. I don't have a seconds. I'm just looking at my computer clock, and when we started, the reason I pulled up the inventory was just to check and see how long that went. So yeah, full 10 minutes when messing around, depending on how much more we have to go. Um, our improvements by not clearing the ceiling could be just that. But again, that's why ice boat on a long straight shot like this, incredibly helpful, right? We don't have to steer or anything. You just get it pointed a straight line and go. And there we are. Nope, you're in my way. All right, let's call it. Where are we at? So 11 minutes and 15 seconds on our not very good or efficient way. This is the box we want. Did you notice how I left that out for a reason? No! Dang it! I was trying to be good. I was trying to set us up for success. At least I remembered in the second one. Okay, so I'm hoping that these are kind of like horses, and that just limits further anything coming in through this gateway. The smallest little baby slimes could make it through, but not the mediums or the largest. That's the plan, anyway. All right, these back in. These away. Oh, shoot. It's all going away now. Tools. Flint and steel. Get your everything crossed. Start rubbing that rabbit's foot, whatever other lucky totem things we have. We should come out in our basement right up by Dottie. Let's go. Come on, Dottie. Mm-hmm. Boom. Made us wait for it, but here we go. So, for anybody who didn't see the last episode, or the last two episodes, but may have seen earlier, we just needed stone, and we found this big area that was pure stone. Nothing in the way of it, and we've got that as some space that we could use. For folks who haven't been really watching since our first flights around in 118, we also made this kind of ugly, but oh, we left Dottie at the other thing. Well, that's going to fill out our episode. Although in all this time, I haven't looked at our runtime. We're only at 38 minutes. So despite the 11 minutes of going through the Nether, not too bad. Now let's. Do these. Probably could have just typed in chest. I know we have a lot of chests already with us, but this will help out. So our first need, I think, is going to be storage, and with this layout, it's all going to be very temporary. We can do a little bit more. We'll try to leave, like, do I have blackstone in any of this? Yeah, some basalt here. One stone in case we need it. What did we get? Oh, that was laying on the path, wasn't it? I guess everything was. Alright, then a random box of this stuff. Alright, that gets us some inventory back so we're not just choked with it. And we can sleep on the road, have a little camp out. That goes. I like having our little seat with a campfire, but we've got some time left, so let's get headed out. Kind of do a little exploring as we go and try not to get in the lava. Ooh, rain on the lava. So yeah, this is where we're going to build something kind of big and fun to build as a building project out on this thing, because we got a village there and a village over there and massive caves all back beyond, not to mention snowy slopes for skiing and winter fun. Tubing, you guys are down for tubing, right? Maybe some sleds, maybe a little bit of snowboarding, although I'm not going to lie, I'd much rather have it steep and deep, so we may have to save that for... I haven't looked at all at biomes. I know we've talked about probably should do that at some point. You guys have an inn? That'd be kind of nice. Just, ooh, I like this layout. You guys got a fire maybe? Oh, this is our Fletcher. No real interaction there. It does give us a little shelter. Let's sleep in here. Nobody else seems to be using it for sleeping, and I doubt we're going to interrupt anyone's overnight archery practice. Alright. They've got some security, which is good to see. They're fond of horses, so are we. None of their horses can compare to our wonderful Dottie. Maybe that may be a lie. We don't know. Dottie doesn't seem to me to be the super fastest of horses. But she's polka dotted, and that's important. All right. So as we make our way here, let's have one more bit of fun story time. So I said I woke up and was like, oh, I didn't bring the album or the jukebox to take care of that advancement. And that, as sometimes happens to me these days, I think anybody as they get a little older, I don't think I'm abnormal in this, but sometimes you wake up and you're awake at that point, and that's inconvenient only when you have schedules and expectations of what time people are awake and what time people are asleep. So I woke up at like 2:30 or so, and I went to bed. I listened to a basketball game that was an away game, so I listened to that last night, and sadly, my boys fought hard against what sounded like a really good UCLA team, and came up short. They were kind of just stuck. They gave up a 11-point lead pretty early on in the beginning of the game, and just never could quite get back. They could go down a lot more than that, and could sometimes get it back up to within like 6 points, and that was about as close as they could get to tying it up or regaining the lead. So Hats off to UCLA. I think it was unfortunate that our boys um, had to play them so early. Colorado has a very young team this year. They had a lot of turnover, lost absolutely phenomenal point guard uh, who, by all accounts, is doing pretty well in his first year out. But yeah, we could have used that more experience. All right, you didn't even lose your lead. Good job, Dottie. You are awesome horse. All right, so now we're back to home, and again, I didn't intend to talk about basketball other than to say that after, as soon as it was kind of like a loss. It was constantly, oh, here we go, and so I wasn't keyed up at the end of it, like, oh yeah, let's Wednesday night, woohoo! So I went to bed pretty early. So by 2:30, I'd gotten almost, I don't know immediately how fast I fell asleep. Had a book, didn't particularly stand out as I was reading all night, and woke up at 2:30. 5 hours of sleep, I can get by on that easily. But I certainly, would have preferred to just roll over and go back to sleep, but it wasn't happening. And why are you doing that? We still have to improve that. Maybe she's just giving me her horsey reminder that, look, this is a subpar road. You gotta get it cleaned up. Um, I kind of thought to chop down some trees while we were out here, but I kind of want to just get back. Um, anyway, when I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, I was like, all right, well, let's find some random movie I don't care too much about to throw on and fall back asleep to. And I've said many times I got very eclectic movie taste, and if there was like I think some of them do have like a show me something random kind of option. I can't remember if that's Netflix or Amazon that does that, or if they both do. I don't usually quite go that far. Usually I'm like, all right, I want something along these lines. But last night I don't know, what triggered it, but um, I got a movie called like The Far Horizon or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was this like 1973. Haha, just going like that. And we won't tie you up. You can enjoy your full corral. Um, it's like this 1973 maybe movie about these people that end up in Shangri-La, the famous paradise-like valley in the Himalayas. Kind of a valley of paradise um, deal, and it was it was so 70s bad. Not it was pretty full-fledged production. They must have put in a bunch of money and stuff into this, but I'd never heard of it. Um, there were a lot of people in it that I recognized. George Kennedy, and I'm awful with names. I only knew that from the credits or going in and being like, dude, what? How many people watched this? And actually, they said they liked it. What's going on? Really, um, it was it wouldn't pass in the age of social media. That's for dang sure. There were I don't know what the intent was, but there were clearly Caucasian people portraying Asians in China. The whole premise was that in uh, probably like the 30s or something, there was this revolt somewhere in China, and it very much current in the wake of like the Afghanistan stuff. People trying to get on a plane to get out of Dodge as the country is becoming unsafe, and there's basically like full-fledged riot, and the people are coming for the airport, and you got to get on the plane and get out. So timely in that sense, right? So the last plane out, and there's like the five main stars of this movie all piled in, and they go out, but long plot of how much I watched short. A guy hijacks the plane. I don't think that's a big spoiler. You find out in like 10 minutes that it's not the real pilot that has their plane. And instead of flying to Hong Kong, where they're going to get out to, they wake up in the morning, having slept on this cold, unpressurized plane, and realize that the sun's coming up behind them, not in front of them. They're flying west, not east, and they're over mountains. So they land, they refuel, and they go up into the Himalayas, and then they crash. And these people, these um, people dressed like Sherpas and all that, find them and just happen to have full gear to outfit five extra people for a walk in Shangri-La. And it I lasted like 10 minutes in Shangri-La, and I was like, no way, this is too dated and pretty unwatchable. It was so bad to see, people that must have been Hollywood A-listers and stuff like that back in the day. Like, did people just not care or get it? But these people are all like, nobody's questioning the fact that a white woman is a local too and dancing in Shangri-La in the middle of the Himalayas. Like, what? We didn't have willing and able actors and actresses of different races then, so totally it. But it kind of seemed like it was fitting into that mode of. I'm just gonna chop some trees for a bit, but kind of away from camp. Oh, no, let's set up our lodestone. That's the next thing we want to do, I think. Do I have it here? And we've been in and out of this dang um, toolbox, but I think that's where yeah, so here's our compass. It seems to now be broken. Gonna get that. I was just thinking that there was something else I should get out. Yep, that's what it was. I don't know which one of these it's in. Always the other one. Oh, I had already done it. We're gonna put one down inside too, and just have more of these to scatter around, so I don't have to constantly be setting and unsetting. And we'll put one over by the fire. It's just kind of like a. Oh, the sign's in the way there. I was gonna put it right up against the chair. It's kind of a armchair or an end table. Oh, look at that. All right, we still got one to kind of lean into. We could set our drink there, some snacks, whatever. All right, that helps. Let's go put another one of these downstairs and set up our lodestone. So this is the deal here. I don't know if any of this matters too much. Now, that still seems to be goofy, so now it's realigned. Okay, so we're all good there. Now we can go exploring into the caves to our heart's content, or above ground or whatever, and not have to worry about getting lost or constantly pulling out whatchamacallit, debug screen and coordinates to get around. Well, there we go. I think we were at 52 minutes, so we're probably getting close. Thanks for hanging out for what I knew was going to be kind of a utilitarian episode. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? Um, we needed to get some of this stuff done. I kind of think that leaves would be better there. Was that the fire sounds? Do we have leaves? There's some stone there. That's good to know. Those were all the apples. Oak leaves. I kind of want to switch this out. I know it's a sod house, but it looks bad. Do this the right way. There we go. Just a little more. Soddy. Oh, built in. That was, well, yeah, maybe do two. All right. There we go. Little bits of improvement. We'll come hang out by the fire again. We already did a picture there. Let's kind of do one of these. Thanks, Dottie. Now you get to be in the picture. All right, that will really do us. Thanks so much. Let's get ahead on out of here. We'll close and relaunch everything, and we are under an hour. So while it was some just necessary stuff we had to get done, we had to get those repairs, we had to get back over here. We did it. We did it in under an hour. I didn't take say an hour and 20 minutes to get everything done. So there you go. I'm looking out for you. So tip your waiter, and by that I mean jump into that comment section right down here below the content and say hi. I would appreciate seeing you and knowing if you're enjoying these videos. Whether you do or don't, I certainly appreciate everybody coming around to hang out. You guys definitely rock, and I hope you would consider checking me out on Twitter or subscribing on YouTube so you'll know how many videos we're doing each day and when they're coming out, all that good stuff. Remember, when we get into the holiday season and travel and all that kind of stuff, there may not be tweets coming out, so the subscription is always your surest bet of knowing when the fresh Habbage content is out there. Take care of yourselves. Have a good break. I'm going to make some coffee, so when we come back, I will be fully juiced and ready to go. And then caves or above ground, we will be back in the exploring mode. So take care. We'll see you next time. Bye now.